Hey, so we're at week 13, getting close to the halfway mark. Yeah, and I got a new song. So here we are, 13 for 13, I suppose. I don't have much to say in the way of a preamble, so let's just launch in and listen to it. Here it is, number 13 with a bullet, counting on the darkness in you.
There's no incentive to be what you've been if being what you've been. Let this happen. So be the change you wanna see in the world. Try on a different point of view than what you're used to. Everything we stand to lose shuts down other avenues. So we're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to be the strength that pulls us through. A cold winter's coming, up north we can summon every last resource to get us back on course. We marched all summer to the beat of a different drummer, preparing for a war like we'd never seen before. Hope's the best of what we are, and the worst of us by far. So we're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to be the strength that pulls us through. We're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to do what no one else will do. Stories about you spread to every ear in town. Everything's gotten better since you came around. Don't let us down, 'cause we're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to be the strength that pulls us through. We're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to do what no one else will do. We're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to be the strength that pulls us through. We're counting on the darkness in you, the darkness in you, to do what no one else will do. We're counting on.
So this week I thought instead of talking about the song that you just heard, I'm going to talk about another song that you haven't heard and will not hear. Or at the very least, you will not hear as part of this 30 Songs in 30 Weeks project. Another side of my interest in songwriting revolves more around writing songs for designed for a band to play. Some kind of up tempo, excitable rock band kind of music stuff. It's another side of writing. It's another style that it hasn't really been represented in this project so far. And I thought maybe I should, you know, explore that side of writing because it's writing too, and it's something I do, and it's, part of exercising my muscles and staying diverse and maybe keeping things fresh. And it all seemed like a good idea on the outset. Part of the intention of this project was to really focus purely on whatever it really means to just write a song. Which, to be frank, I don't really know exactly where those boundaries are. Like, I guess at the point that you have lyrics and a melody and chords, then you've written the song. But if I'm gonna record the song to make a video about it, then I have to at least have some notion of the performance of the song, right? I need to be able to play it even though I'm not really thinking about, a quote unquote arrangement. I'm just really trying to avoid those kinds of considerations. But when I started writing, for more specific voice that I have written in the past, those considerations were no longer avoidable. I can't just strum this on a guitar. Like, the song doesn't come across as the type of rock and roll song it is unless I've got drums and bass and guitar. And so I started thinking, oh man, maybe I'll just put some fake drums on there and play bass real quick, and and actually do a bit more of a fleshed out demo. And that, right, this is going to slow me down in terms of my pace of trying to get a song out every week, because there's more to do for this particular one that I've just bitten off more than maybe I can chew. I guess maybe about halfway through working on that song, I just kind of decided that it wasn't really right for this project, that it was another kind of thing that I was doing, and that I had sort of left the founding principles, if you will, of why I'm doing this video series to begin with. I'd just gotten off track. It felt like I had gotten off track. Went back to the drawing board and started over. This is the first time in this series where I've started to write a song and be like, okay, I guess I'll make a song out of this, and then thought twice about that and specifically decided to abandon the thing that I thought I was going to finish. So I'm not really sure what that does to numbering, if you want to count that as 13, this song you'll never hear, or not. But I think it was more of a diversion than it was a failure, if that makes sense. But I've decided not to count it. I think that's okay. Uh, Nothing about this project was ever me setting out to do it perfectly. It's all just the journey and see what happens and see what I do well and see what I don't do well. So I guess maybe that's something I didn't do well, and I'll just hopefully learn something from it and move on. So I hope you dug the song, and we'll have another one ready for you next week, hopefully. See you then.